Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we're going to learn how to create course certificates automatically with an AI agent. So I am an online course creator and I reward my students with personalized certificates according to their performance. Now creating all these certificates with the performance statement manually and sending it to each and every student is very time consuming and hectic. So for this process, I have created an AI agent using Pabbly Connect, which is going to do all of this for me without any manual efforts. So if you want to learn how to create this AI agent for yourself, for your business, then let me take you to my screen. In this video, we're going to learn how to create course certificates automatically with an AI agent using Pabbly. So as an owner of an online course creator, I reward my students with personalized certificates based on their performance in the course that they have selected. I use Google Sheets in order to create a record of my students' details and their evaluation results. I use an AI agent that is going to automatically create a performance-based sentence that reflects each student's achievement. This personalized line are then added to the certificate template that I've created in my Google Slides, and then I finally use Gmail to automatically send that certificate to my student. I've streamlined this entire process with Pabbly Connect, so it all happens seamlessly without any manual efforts. And I'm going to create this amazing AI agent using Pabbly Connect. So on the screen, you can see the website of Pabbly Connect, that is pabbly.com/connect/INR/. After browsing this website, we need to sign into our Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. So as I'm an existing user, I'm going to sign into my Pabbly Connect account. After signing in, you can see the all Pabbly apps window in front of you, in which you can see all the products that Pabbly provides, from which we are going to select Pabbly Connect by clicking on this Access Now button right over here. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. In order to start an automation process in Pabbly Connect, we need to create a workflow. For that, click on this top right corner button right here that says Create Workflow. A dialog box is going to appear in front of you, which is asking for the workflow name and for us to select a folder. So for the name of my workflow over here, I'm going to give it as AI Agent to create course certificates automatically. So this is the name that I want to give to my workflow. And for the folder on the left side of the panel, you can see I've created multiple folders in my Pabbly Connect account, from which I'm going to select a specific one in which I want to save this workflow in. For that, click on this drop down. These are the folders from which I'm going to select AI agents as the folder I want to save this workflow in. After giving the name to the workflow and selecting the folder, I'm going to click on this create button in order to create a workflow. A workflow is created in the name of AI agent to create course certificates automatically, and you can see that there are two windows in front of you. One says trigger, other says action. So what is trigger and action? Trigger and action are the two most important steps of our automation process because our process depends on these two principles. Over here, trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means what is action? Action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. We are going to set up our trigger step first. And for the trigger application over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it as Google Sheets. As in my Google Sheets, I am creating the record of my students' details as well as their course details as well. Now over here what I want is that as soon as I'm going to add the details of my students in the spreadsheet, automatically the trigger over here should capture the response of that data. For that, my trigger application is Google Sheets and trigger event is new or updated spreadsheet row. After selecting the trigger application and the event, you can see that Pabbly Connect has provided us with a webhook URL. Now using this unique webhook URL, we are going to build the connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect by following the steps given here below in the help desk. So firstly, I'm going to copy this URL from here. After copying the URL, open the spreadsheet that you want to connect to Pabbly Connect. Now to connect this spreadsheet to Pabbly Connect, from this panel, go to Extensions, Add-ons and click on this Get Add-ons option right here. As I'm going to do that, this window is going to appear in front of you, on which on the search bar what you have to do is you have to search for Pabbly Connect webhooks right here. As I'm going to select Pabbly Connect webhooks, you can see that I've already installed Pabbly Connect webhooks, so I'm going to move forward. But if you have not installed Pabbly Connect webhooks, please do install it. With the help of this webhook, we can build the connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. So as I've already installed, go back and then refresh this page from here. As I refresh the page, if I'm going to go back to extensions, you can see an option is going to be provided, that is Pabbly Connect webhooks. As I'm going to click on it, you can see this is the drop down. Select initial setup option right over here. Then initial setup dialog box is going to appear in front of you, which is asking for the webhook URL and the trigger column. So firstly, for this webhook URL, what we are going to do is we are going to paste the webhook URL that Pabbly Connect has provided us. And it is asking for the trigger column, which says the trigger column will be your final data column on which the data is added. The whole of that raw data will be sent to the webhook URL. So in this spreadsheet, my trigger column is going to be column G, because in this column, the last data, that is the performance summary, is going to be added of my student. And as soon as I'm going to add the detail of this performance summary, the entire row's data is going to be forwarded to this webhook URL. So that is why this is my trigger column. So I'm going to select my trigger column as column G. After entering the webhook URL and trigger column, I'm going to click on the submit button right over here. As I've done that, it says setup configured successfully. Now I'm going to go back. Now the steps that I'm going to tell you right now are very important, so please do not forget to follow them. Go back to extensions and Pabbly Connect webhooks. Now from the drop down, click on the send on event option right here. It is very important to click on send on event, so that whenever you're going to add a new data in the spreadsheet of your students' details and the performance evaluation, automatically the spreadsheet is going to send that data to Pabbly Connect. That is why it is very important to click on send on event, and as you can see, a tick mark is in front of it. That means this feature is now working, okay? So as now the setup between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect is done, if I'm going to go back to my workflow and scroll down, it is saying waiting for webhook response. So now to check whether Google Sheets is successfully connected to Pabbly Connect or not, what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter the data of another student's details in this spreadsheet with the performance evaluation of that student. And after entering all the details, I'm going to check whether Pabbly Connect captures the response of the details that I've added in my spreadsheet or not, okay? So let us start with the name of the student. The name of the student over here is Aditi Meena, okay? This is the name of the student. For the email over here, I'm going to write it as aditimeena@pabblytudes.com, okay? So this is the email of my student. After that, it is asking for the phone number. So for the phone number, I'm going to enter the mobile number of my student right over here. For the course name over here, I'm going to write it as, so this is my course name, that is Social Media Marketing Pro. Over here for the completion date over here, I'm going to write it as 1st of April 2025, okay? It is asking for the score. For the score over here, I'm going to write it as 89%, okay? And lastly, for the performance summary, I'm going to write it as, so you can see this is the performance summary that is displayed creative strategy building and excellence content planning, okay? So you can see right over here, I've added the details of a new student in the spreadsheet. The name is Aditi Meena, email, phone number, course name, completion date, percentage, and also the performance summary, okay? So as I've added the data of a new student in the spreadsheet, I'm going to go back to my workflow and scroll down. And yes, you can see right over here, Pabbly Connect has captured the response right here of my student's details. Now let us tally the response. If I'm going to scroll down, score grade comes as 89%. This is the row index you can see right over here. This is the phone number of the student. Performance summary is given over here, that is displayed creative strategy building and excellent content planning. Okay, this was the same performance summary that we have entered. Name is Aditi Meena. Email is aditimeena@pabblytudes.com with the course name of Social Media Marketing Pro and the completion date of 1st April 2025. Okay. So as you can see, the response has been captured over here in our trigger of my spreadsheet. This means that Google Sheets is connected to Pabbly Connect and our trigger setup is done. After setting up our trigger step, we need to set up our action step. Now here my objective is that as soon as I'm going to add the details of a new student in the spreadsheet, automatically using the details of my student, I want to create a performance statement that I'm going to add in the certificate of my student that I'm creating. Now for generating a performance statement, I'm going to use an AI agent. And for the AI agent, I am selecting it as OpenAI. If you want, in the place of OpenAI, you can also use Google Gemini or other AI platforms according to your requirement for your AI agent, okay? After selecting my action application as OpenAI, for the action event, I'm going to select it as ChatGPT. After selecting the action application and the event, I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you on which click on add new connection, or else you can select the existing connection that you have. After that, it is asking for the token. Using this token, we are going to build the connection between OpenAI and Pabbly Connect. Now to generate your own token for your business, in this help desk, there is a hyperlink OpenAI API keys page. I'm going to click on this hyperlink given here below in the help desk. As I'm going to do that, the API keys page of your OpenAI account is going to appear in front of you. And now to generate your own token, click on this create new secret key button right here. This window is going to appear in front of you on which it is asking for the key name. Give the name, select the project and select the permissions as all. After giving all the details, click on this create secret key button in order to generate a token. A token is going to be generated. Copy it from here and then you have to paste that token right over here in this field, okay? I've already set up my step right over here, so I'm going to select the existing connection and click on the save button right here, okay? Now it is asking for me to select the AI model with the help of which the performance statement is going to be generated. For the AI model, I'm going to select as GPT-4o Mini. If you want to use any other model, you can select it from the drop down right here. After selecting the AI model, it is asking for the prompt. Prompt is the text with the help of which the AI agent is going to generate the content according to our requirements. So we have for the prompt, I'm going to specify all the details that I want in the content that my AI agent should generate, and I'm going to specify all the details that I do not want in the content as well. So for the prompt, I'm going to write it as... So this is the prompt right over here. I'm an online course creator. I reward my students with personalized certificates based on their performance in the course. I use Google Sheets to create a record of my students' details and then evaluation results. Write a formal and a certificate appropriate sentence praising students' performance based on their following details. These are all the details. Keep the tone professional and appreciative. The sentence will be used on certificate as a personalized performance statement, and nothing else should be given. Strictly just give me the performance statement. Do not use any signs like hashtag or double star. Word limit is 30 to 40 words. Okay, I have mentioned all the details right over here in the prompt. In the prompt, it is asking for my students' details and the course details. Now for the data of these fields, I'm going to map the data, which is inserting data from previous steps. So I'm going to insert the data from the previous step of this workflow. How it works is that as soon as I'm going to select this full name field, this was the previous step. As I'm going to click on it, this is the same response that was captured in our previous step. It is asking for my student's name. This is my student's name, you can see right over here. So I'm going to select the data of the name of my student from my previous response, as I want to generate the performance statement for the student right over here. As now I have selected the data from my previous response, the data is mapped. And as I have mapped this data, the data has now become dynamic. That means now whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this mapped data. Similarly, for the course name, I'm going to map the data of the course name that I've received right over here. It is asking for the score. I'm going to map the data of the score right here. And lastly, for the student strengths, I'm going to map the data of the strength right over here. So this is the performance summary. That is the strength right here. Okay. So after filling in all the required details in this prompt and selecting the AI model, I'm going to click on the Save and Send Test Request button to generate my performance statement of my student. And in front of you, you have received the response, and this is the message content, the content that my AI agent has generated. It says, in recognition of her outstanding performance in the Social Media Marketing Pro course, Aditi Meena demonstrated exceptional creative strategy, building and excellent content planning skills, achieving the impressive score of 89%. You can see the performance statement has now been generated for the certificate that I'm creating. Okay. So as now this performance statement has been generated by my AI agent, now I want to use this performance statement in order to add this in this certificate that I'm creating for all my students. I am creating certificates with the help of Google Slides, and in my Google Slides, I have created a template you can see right away of the course completion. And using this template that I've created in my Google Slides, all the certificates for each and every student of mine should be created. Okay, so we are going to use this template in order to create the certificates for my student. Okay, so now in order to create the certificate, we are going to add another action step to this workflow. And for the action application, I'm going to select it as Google Slides right over here. And action event is going to be create presentation from template. We're going to create the certificate from template. And then I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you, on which click on add new connection, or else you can select the existing connection that I've already created. After that, click on sign in with Google button right over here. It is asking for us to choose an account. You can see right over here in which account are we going to create the certificates. For that, I'm going to select this account right here. After selecting the account, it is asking for the permission for this account. For that, I'm going to click on this allow button. As this is a safe process and my data is perfectly saved with Pabbly Connect, so I'm going to click on this allow button. And as I've done that, you can see I have successfully authorized Google Slides to Pabbly Connect. After authorizing, it is asking for me to select the template presentation. I have created a template over here in the name of online course completion certificate template. So what I'm going to do is, for this, I'm going to select as online course completion certificate template as the template presentation. Okay. After that, it is asking for the title of new presentation. As with the help of this template, there are going to be multiple certificates created. So what should be the name of those certificates? What should be the title of those certificates? I want the certificate name should start with my student's name. After that, I'm going to write it as dash, and then I'm going to map the data of the course name as well. And over here, I'm going to type in as the name, course name and certificate. So this is the name of the certificate that is going to be created. Okay. After that, it is asking for the new presentations location where all the certificates should be saved. I have created a folder in my Google Drive in the name of course completion certificates, and in this folder I want to save all the certificates that are going to be generated. So for the location, I'm going to select as course completion certificates right here. After that, it is asking for the name and the performance statement. Now what are these fields? In this template that I've created, I have created two variables in the name of name and the performance statement. You can see right over here. How you can create your own variable in the template. So you can see in this value in front of it and in the end of it, I have added two curly brackets. So that is how I have made this variable right here. In place of this variable, I want to add the value of the name of my student as well as the performance statement that my AI agent has generated. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to map the data of the name right over here of my student, and for the performance statement, I'm going to map the data of the performance statement that AI agent has generated. Okay. After filling in all the required details, I'm going to click on this Save and Send Test Request button right over here. As I'm going to do that, we have received a response, which is a positive response, as we have received the presentation ID right over here. So I'm going to open my Google Drive folder, and yes, you can see right over here, a certificate has been successfully created in my Google Drive folder for Aditi Meena Social Media Marketing Pro certificate. And you can see this certificate is successfully created for my student Aditi Meena. You can see right over here. And this is the performance statement. In recognition of her outstanding performance in Social Media Marketing Pro course, Aditi Meena demonstrated exceptional creative strategy building and excellent content planning skills, achieving an impressive score of 89%. You can see automatically this certificate has now been successfully created. Now what I want is I want to share this certificate to my student, and I have added the email address of my student. You can see right over here. I want to send the student an email with the certificate, but there is a problem. The problem is the certificate on the top right corner, you can see it says private to only me. That means the certificate that I've created is just accessible to only me. I cannot share the certificate to my student. So now to make this file accessible to everyone, we cannot manually every time go and open our Google Drive folder and then open the file and make it accessible to everyone manually. Okay, this is very time consuming. So instead of following all these steps, open the workflow, add another action step over here. And for the action application, simply select it as Google Drive again right over here. And for the action event, now select it as share a file with anyone. Okay. Now we're going to make this file that we have created accessible to everyone automatically. And then I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is then going to appear in front of you, on which I'm going to select the existing connection. But if you want, you can add a new connection. And then I'm going to click on the save button right over here. After that, over here, it is asking for me to select the file ID. Which file do we want to make accessible to everyone? So in this previous step, that is Google Slides, create presentation from template, we have received a presentation ID. That is the ID of this presentation, the certificate that we have created. So now for this file ID, I'm going to map the data of that presentation ID right over here. So this is a presentation ID. I'm going to map it right over here so that whenever a new certificate is going to be created, the presentation ID is going to be generated of that certificate. And automatically with the help of this step, certificate is going to be accessible to everyone. Okay, as I'm going to click on the save and send test request button right here, you can see we have received the response. It says anyone with the link, and in the response we have received the PDF format of the certificate. You can see right over here. Okay, so we are going to use this PDF link in order to send certificates to our students. Okay, so now as we have the PDF file link of our student certificate as well, I want to send that student an email on their Gmail account with the certificate link. For that, I'm going to add another action step, and for the action application, I'm going to select it as Gmail right here. An action event over here is going to be send email v1 right here. And then I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you, on which I'm going to select the existing connection, but if you want, you can add a new connection. After that, I'm going to click on the save button right here. It is asking for the recipient email address to whom you want to send an email. For the recipient email address, I'm going to map the data of the email address of my student right here. It is asking for the sender's name. For the sender's name over here, I'm going to write it as Team Perfect Vision. Okay, so this is the name of the sender's name. It is asking for the email subject. So now for the email subject over here, I'm going to write it as congratulations on successfully completing the course. Your certificate is here. So this is the email subject right here. It is asking for the reply to, which I do not need, so I'm going to skip the part. After that, over here, it is asking for the email content type. For the email content type, there are two options, plain and HTML. I'm going to select my email content type as HTML because for the email content, I'm going to enter the HTML body, okay? It is asking for the email content next. So for this field, I'm going to write it as, so this is the HTML email content, the body of my email, okay? Over here in this email, I have created few fields. For the name, I'm going to map the data of the name of my student right over here. So this is the name. I'm going to map this data right here, okay? It is asking for the course name. For the course name, I'm going to map the data of the course name that I've received right here. It is asking for the score and grade also right here. So I'm going to map the data of the score right over here. So this is the score. I'm going to map the data, okay? Then it is asking for all these details which I've already filled. So this is the email content. It is asking for the file name. For the file name over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply map the data of the name of my student first. Then I'm going to write it as certificate, okay? So name of the student, certificate, okay? Then it is asking for the attachment. For this field, I'm going to map the data of the PDF link that we have received of our certificate in our previous response, okay? After filling in all the required details, I'm going to click on this Save and Send Test Request button right here. Now, as I've done that, we have received a response, which is a positive response as the status comes as send right over here. So I'm going to open my Gmail account and check whether the student has received the email or not. So I'm going to open my Gmail account. I'm going to refresh this page of inbox right here. And yes, you can see right over here, the student has successfully received the email. Congratulations on successfully completing the course. Certificate is here. Congratulations, Aditi Meena. You have successfully completed the Social Media Marketing Pro course. Your dedication and hard work has earned you impressive 89%. The attached is your personalized certificate that reflects your achievement and the skills you mastered. We are proud of your progress and can't wait to see you how you apply this knowledge in your real world. Keep learning, keep growing. Warm regards, Mrs. Vinita Saxena, and the team is Perfect Vision. This is the dummy website you can see right over here. And with that over here, you can see this is the attached certificate of the student Aditi Meena. You can see right over here with the performance statement also right here, okay? So as you can see, the certificate is generated and been forwarded to my student on their Gmail account. This means that this AI agent that we have created with Pabbly Connect is now successfully working, okay? Now, as the certificate is created, the email has been forwarded. Now, what I want is I want to update this certificate link that we have received in the step right over here in my spreadsheet so that I can keep the record of the certificate link systematically in the spreadsheet with the student's details as well. So now to update this link, add in the action step, and for the action application, select it as Google Sheets right here. And action event over here is going to be update row right here, and then I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you on which I'm going to select the existing connection, but if you want, you can add a new connection right here, okay? After that, it is asking for me to select the spreadsheet. For that, I'm going to select as students details right here, and for the sheet over here, I'm going to select as sheet 1 because this is a spreadsheet student details with the sheet as sheet 1, okay? After that, it is asking for the row index. For that, I'm going to map the data of the row index right here. It says name, email, phone number, and all these details. Do I want to update all of them? No. I just want to update the certificate link. So I'm going to map the data of the PDF link that I've received in the step right here. After filling in all the required details, I'm going to click on the Save and Send Test Request button right here. We have received a response, which is a positive response. If I'm going to open my spreadsheet, you can see this is the same link. This is the PDF certificate of my student. You can see right over here. It has been downloaded. This is the same certificate you can see right over here, okay? So this means now this AI agent that we have created with Pabbly Connect is now successfully working. Now let us test this AI agent once again for all of you guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to enter the details of a new student in the spreadsheet, and after that I'm going to check whether the certificate is automatically created and been forwarded to my student or not. Okay, so now let us do that. For that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter the details of a new student in the spreadsheet right over here. So you can see right over here I've added all the details of my student. Name is Ajay Jha. This is the email ajayjha@pabblytudes.com with a dummy mobile number. You can see this is the course name, that is Web Development Bootcamp. The completion date was 30 March 2025. Course grade is 95% and the performance summaries showcase exceptional coding skills and strong front-end development. Okay, so you can see right over here I've added all the details of my students in this spreadsheet. Now after doing that, I'm going to wait over here for a few seconds and check whether automatically a certificate has been created and been forwarded to my student or not. So I'm going to wait over here for a few seconds for this AI agent to run. Now within few seconds you can see right away automatically the certificate link has been updated in the spreadsheet. This means the certificate has now been created. If I'm going to open my Google Drive folder over here, I'm going to refresh this page from here. As I refresh the page, you can see a certificate has been created for my student in the name of Ajay Jha for Web Development Bootcamp certificate. Okay, you can see right over here this is the certificate for my student in recognition of outstanding achievement in Web Development Bootcamp. Ajay Jha demonstrated exceptional coding skills and a strong proficiency in front-end development, achieving an impressive score of 95%. You can see the certificate has now been automatically generated for my student. Now as the certificate has also been created, now I'm going to open my Gmail account, and yes, in my Gmail account you can see I have received the new email, that is congratulations on successfully completing the course. Your certificate is here. This is for Ajay Jha. You can see right away for the course Web Development Bootcamp, and the percentage as 95% with the attachment of the certificate also you can see right over here. Okay, so as now the certificate is created and been forwarded to my student as well, this means now this AI agent that we have created with Pabbly Connect is successfully working. So now to sum up what we have done, I am an online course creator, and creating certificates for each and every student personalized manually is very time consuming. For that I've created this AI agent using Pabbly Connect. Okay, over here the trigger is Google Sheets new updated spreadsheet row. As soon as I'm going to add the details of my students and their performance in spreadsheet, automatically the trigger is going to capture the response of that. Then an AI agent is going to generate the performance based statement according to my students' details, which is going to be personalized. And as the statement is going to be generated, automatically a certificate is going to be created in my Google Slides. Over here with the help of Google Drive, we are going to receive a PDF file link of that certificate, which we are going to use to send as an email to our student on their Gmail account using this action step, that is Gmail send email v1. And after that, I want to update my spreadsheet with the certificate link as well that I have received in this step. I've added this action step, that is Google Sheets update row. And in this manner, I've built this connection between all these applications to create an AI agent for course creation certificates automatically. So this was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching.
Not just with these applications, you can create automation between multiple other applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. If you have any questions, you can contact us on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can check the queries on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment on if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video.